Once upon a time, there lived a 10-year-old girl named Naoma. She loved playing with her friends and exploring the woods, where she'd climb trees, chase butterflies, and pick wildflowers. One sunny afternoon, her mother asked her to help with household chores, but Naoma was more interested in joining her friends for a game of hide-and-seek. "Mother, please can I play just for a little while?" Naoma asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Her mother, however, was firm. "Naoma, I need your help here. Finish your tasks first, and then you can play. It's almost time for your father to come home, and I want everything tidy." Despite her mother's repeated warnings, Naoma decided to sneak out and join her friends. She thought she could quickly play and then return home before her mother noticed. As she played, she wandered deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before, laughing and shouting with her friends. But when it was time to head back, Naoma realized she was lost. The familiar landmarks were nowhere in sight, and the dense foliage made it difficult to find her way back. Panic began to set in as she looked around, but all she saw were trees and more trees. She called out for her friends, but only the wind replied. Naoma began to cry, feeling scared and alone. Just when she thought things couldn't get worse, dark clouds gathered and it started to rain. Shivering and soaked, she curled up under a tree, regretting her decision to disobey her mother. As the rain poured down, Naoma thought about her mother's words and how she had ignored them. She wondered what her mother would do when she found out she was lost. Would she be angry? Would she ever let Naoma play with her friends again? The thought of facing her mother's disappointment filled Naoma with remorse. Just then, a kind old woman appeared, carrying a large umbrella. Her face was lined with age, and her eyes twinkled with kindness. "Little one, what's wrong?" she asked gently, noticing Naoma's tears. Naoma sniffled and explained her situation, and the old woman listened attentively. "Don't worry, I'll take you home," the old woman said with a warm smile. "But first, let's get you dry and warm." She wrapped Naoma in a dry cloth and handed her a warm drink from a flask she carried. The old woman asked Naoma about her mother and why she had disobeyed her. Naoma explained how she had wanted to play and hadn't listened to her mother's warnings. The old woman nodded thoughtfully. "Your mother's guidance is like a map that helps you navigate life's journey. She wants to keep you safe and teach you important lessons. When you disobey her, it's like throwing away the map and wandering into the unknown." Naoma listened intently, feeling a deep understanding of her mistake. When they reached Naoma's home, her mother was overjoyed to see her safe and sound. She thanked the old woman profusely and hugged Naoma tightly, tears of relief streaming down her face. "I was so worried about you, Naoma. Don't ever disobey me like that again." Naoma apologized sincerely, promising to be more obedient in the future. The old woman smiled and said, "A little disobedience can lead to a big lesson. Naoma, you've learned something important today. Always listen to your mother's advice, and you'll find your way home, even in unfamiliar places." As the old woman bid them farewell and disappeared into the forest, Naoma's mother sat her down and explained the importance of obedience and responsibility. Naoma listened carefully, realizing that her mother's guidance was rooted in love and a desire to keep her safe. From that day on, Naoma made a conscious effort to obey her mother's instructions, understanding that it was a way of showing respect and appreciation for her mother's love. As the days passed, Naoma became more responsible and helpful, and her mother was proud of the change in her. Naoma learned that sometimes the hardest lessons are the most valuable, and she was grateful for the experience that had taught her the importance of obedience and respect for her mother's guidance. Enjoyed the story? Don't forget to follow, like, and share for more captivating tales.